All good.
Okay, we're week 4 media mediation. Katrina and Alicia aren't here at the moment, but they have done most of the activities, and we'll share
I've got Alicia's feedback, so I'll put in her comments soon.
Yeah, we'll post that to Google Plus. So we really liked how you used the used WordPress, as it was like a new sort of thing that we could look at and interpret into like technology and whatnot. And I know WordPress because I know a few people who have blogs and whatever, so it's really good to see how that was brought in. In terms of your layout, that was good. After a while, like, we were a little bit confused at the start how there were like so many circles and things to click on, but we realised that there was one introduction, like entertainment, leisure and play, and then the activities that followed. So it was good once we looked around a little bit. And the only little thing was when we clicked on a bubble, the arrows, you had to press the left arrow to go forward
Instead of going back. Which is what we're normally used to. Like,
that's only a little minor detail that might have been hard for you guys to figure out or something, I don't know, but that's what that was.
The introduction video was really good in terms of information. It was really good to see how you had colour coded at each different section. So play, leisure, entertainment were all in different colours, so we clearly knew what the information was relating to. And it was really well referenced and researched, so that was fantastic. But again, we found it quite difficult to read.
Yeah, we had to pause the video.
Yeah, it was scrolling through quite fast, so we had to pause it and stop and start it all the time to get through it. So that was just something that could have been done a little bit better. And the background music, we just thought kind of wasn't really necessary. I mean, it was easy, we could just turn it off, but as we were all trying to read, it was just
it was
distracting.
good, like the song was it when I was a kid
like
or whatever.
yeah.
That's fine, but it was just too much like dubstep. I don't even know if it's dubstep, but it's like not music that we thought was really necessary.
Yeah,
I guess.
like a bit distracting. But apart from that, the
Yeah, we wanted to have a
information
rave in the library, but it wasn't appropriate. So
So I just on the learning through play activity, I thought the video of that was really good, and the pacing for that I thought was perfect to be able to read it. So it was very clear and clever and engaging, and really good content throughout that. We did the paper plane activity for that one and found that really fun and interesting to do. The only thing was that the instructions, when you brought up the template that actually showed the directions for the paper plane, was quite small, and even when you clicked on it, it didn't actually enlarge the picture at all. Like, we just had to zoom in on the screen heaps to be able to see it, and then you couldn't actually read the directions. So that was the only like negative feedback I had for that, because that was a really enjoyable activity, and I think overall, like, all the activities we found like we had a bit of fun doing it and really enjoyed it. There was nothing that we thought was that we were like
didn't drag out or
yeah,
or kind of
and we
straight
got it
to the
done
point.
within the time that we allocated for this week's meeting. So
Yeah,
that's
it was
really
really
good.
good.
We didn't have to come back to it. That was us.
That's quite a good video. I think it was really interesting. You're probably the first group that's really gone up. I take it to people that you don't know that were just in the library. That's how I took it, and to actually ask them what they think the definitions were, which is good on you for taking the initiative to do that. I think a lot of the content was repeated a lot. So obviously we've all got the same kind of ideas about what they did as compared to what we did of what each definition was. So that was good to see that.
The Venn diagram was a really good activity as well. Really got us thinking actually especially what the similarities were between entertainment and education.
Because it was really hard because we were talking, like, one of the things was talking about process oriented and product oriented. So I think education is so much about the process but also about the product, whereas entertainment, you need the product, the final product, but it is also about striving to become a better person. So I think that's really hard to do.
Yeah. And then we completed the, what was it, Take
The
Two
Take
activity?
Two activity.
Yeah.
Which was really, really fun actually.
I was intrigued to get friends, so it's all good.
And I think that was a really, not easy task, but it really showed the difference between, positioning the audience and things like that, getting that messages across as an education purpose, but also as an entertainment purpose.
And our responses will be posted up to Google Plus later on as well. The next activity
So Naomi and I did this activity, and just on a side note, we all split up the activities to do just so we could get them done. So Naomi and I did the learning through leisure activity, and that was really good, although we were a little bit confused about the engaging children in after school programs YouTube clip. We weren't sure whether that really relates to leisure as much. What did I say on that?
Yeah, like I guess in some ways that can be a leisure activity, but we kind of saw more leisure as more being, I don't know, just hanging out at home or watching video, that sort of thing. So we thought that we weren't just quite sure how the video was relevant, especially when most of the time it just talked about how you engage kids and things that you can do. So it would be helpful for teaching, but in terms of the actual topic, I'm just not sure if it was really relevant.
And then we did the Hobby You activity, and that was really, really fun. We decided to do a mime of what we did on the weekend, and we had a lot of fun doing that. And the
I know
girls
we had a lot of fun watching them.
We felt like we were missing out.
Yeah, that was
It was
heaps
very
of fun.
clever, some of your ideas for activities.
Yeah.
They weren't just sit down and write something, like it was actually really engaging and
Very creative.
made it fun to do, like you wanted to do it.
Yeah,
And
we
just to
all
finish
had
off,
which is
sorry.
good.
Sorry.
Oh,
Just to
yes.
finish off, Alicia's main thing, like the feedback that she told us that we haven't really said, she really liked having the home button at the top of the page, at the right hand at the top, because it was easy to go back to the main page. So even though layout was a bit of an issue, well that's what we found anyway, having that home button was easy at the top. Basically the activities related to what we were meant to be doing and gave more insight to the topic this week and looks appealing. So basically all the things that we've said.
Just one more thing on like the paper plane video. The actual content of the video is really good, and the focus on and emphasis placed on the fact that play is actually when the students get the freedom to do it and they get to choose the activity, because I think like teachers sometimes can just like they have an idea in mind of what they want the students to achieve, and so they think that they're making it as a game, but then the students aren't actually given the choice, so therefore it removes like their freedom of it. And so yeah, I thought that was really good, and a good point that you emphasised that throughout the video.
So, yeah.
And I had a lot of fun making the paper plane. I shotgun that activity away.
So overall,
Yeah,
Very
really
good
fun.
job,
yeah,
guys.
good activity.
Very good.
And that's us done. So we'll let Laura. Bye guys. Let's go to class.